Good morning students. In the last video we discussed Ohm's law. This law states that the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to potential difference across its ends if all the physical conditions of the conductor remains constant. And it's mathematical, that means V is proportional to I, that is Ohm's law. V and I are directly proportional, and its mathematical form is V is equal to I into R. So based on this Ohm's law, let us solve some numericals. In this formula, V stands for potential difference, I means current, R means resistance. Now I will discuss some numericals. Listen to it. This numerical is there in your textbook, page number 170, example 3. A current of 0.2 ampere flows through a resistor connected with a DC source of 3 volt. Calculate the resistance of the resistor. Just I will briefly make the circuit. A resistor is usually represented with a zigzag line, and it is connected across a cell, and this cell is of 3 volt potential difference. Cell can provide a potential difference of 3 volt. In the coming topic you will study what is the meaning of potential difference supplied by a cell. Then the current flowing through it is 0.2 ampere. I is equal to 0.3 ampere. Calculate the resistance of the resistor. Apply the formula V is equal to I into R. Therefore, R is equal to V upon I. V is 3 volt upon I is 0.3. That means 10 ampere. Sorry, 10 ohm. Resistance unit is ohm. So, resistance of this resistor is 10 ohm. You can see V when you multiply with I into R. I into R gives V. 0.3 into 10, that is I into R, that is equal to V, that is 3 volt. So in these numericals, out of these 3 terms, any 2 terms will be given, and the third term you have to find out. Listen another numerical from page number 172, question number 8. Find potential difference required to pass a current of 0.2 ampere in a wire of resistance 10 ohm. Look at the diagram. There is a resistance of 10 ohm, and the current flowing through the circuit must be 0.2 ampere. To have 0.2 ampere current flow through this resistor of 10 ohm, how much potential difference you must apply across the resistor? V you have to calculate. Directly apply the formula. V is equal to I into R. I is 0.2, R is 10. That means 2 volt. You must connect a 2 volt cell here across this resistor 10 ohm. Then there will be a current flow of 0.2 ampere through it. Same page, question number 9. An electric bulb draws current of 1.2 ampere from a 12 volt source. What must be the resistance of the filament of the bulb? Look at the diagram. It is the circuit of a bulb. The current flowing through a circuit is given 1.2 ampere and the potential difference of the cell or battery, it is 12 volt. What will be the resistance of the filament of this bulb? You know, filament of a bulb is made of tungsten having high resistance, and resistance of this filament you have to calculate. Again, apply the formula V is equal to I into R. Therefore, R is equal to V upon I. V is 12, I is 1.2. That means the resistance of the filament of the bulb is 10 ohm. Listen to another numerical. This numerical is not given in your textbook. So listen the question carefully. Across a resistor, a 24 volt battery is connected and the current flowing through it is 0.4 ampere, or current in the circuit is 0.4 ampere. Calculate the resistance of this resistor. R you have to calculate as you did earlier. R is equal to V by I. V is 24, I is 0.4, resistance of this you will get as 60 ohm. Now the question continues. The same resistor, it is connected across another battery of 6 volt. The same resistor, that is 60 ohm. Its resistance is a fixed value. According to the V voltage or according to the potential difference or current, resistance is not going to change. Remember, it is important point, resistor remains constant as long as its physical conditions are not changed. Means as long as this resistance length remains constant, or thickness or temperature or material remains constant, its resistance is a fixed value. It doesn't vary with the current or potential difference. So same resistor 60 ohm. Now the battery we have changed. Instead of 24 volt, 6 volt battery is connected across it. Then what will be the current flowing in this circuit? I you have to find out. I is equal to V by R. V is 6 upon R is 60. That means 0.1 ampere. So see the change came in the current value along with the voltage. Compare it. In second case, the potential difference becomes 1/4. Earlier it was 24 volt. Now it became 6 volt, means potential difference decreases to 1/4. Then what happened to current? Current value changes from 0.4 ampere to 0.1 ampere. It also reduces to 1/4. That means when V decreases, a proportionate decrease happens in I value, that is Ohm's law. V is proportional to I. A proportionate increase or decrease happens for V and I, that is Ohm's law. Now listen to one more numerical from page number 172, question number 10. In an experiment of verification of Ohm's law, the values of V and I are recorded in the observation table. In the given table, V values and I values are given. And draw a VI graph and use this graph to find out certain values. So for VI graph, we have to plot on y-axis, I on x-axis. X-axis I have labeled as 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1 and 1.2. Y-axis 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5 and 3. Like that readings are on. You know how to plot the graph points. First value, when first reading, when current is 0.2 ampere, potential difference is 0.5. Then how to mark it? 0.2, when current is 0.2 ampere, potential difference is 0.5. Means here the point will come. See, when current is 0.2, potential difference is 0.5. Next reading, when the current is 0.4 ampere, potential difference is 1. Current is 0.4 ampere and potential difference is 1. Means here the point will come. Next is, when the current is 0.6 ampere, potential difference is 1.5. Current is 0.6, potential difference is 1.5. Next is, when current is 0.8, potential difference is 2. 0.8, potential difference 2. Next is, when current is 1, potential difference is 2.5. Next, when current is 1.2, potential difference is 3. So these are the graph points, and when you join these points, you will get a straight line. So this is the graph line. Since VI graph has become a straight line, that proves that V and I are directly proportional, that is Ohm's law. Now you are asked to calculate certain things from this graph. First one is calculate V when I is 0.5. When I value is 0.5, what is corresponding V value? So on x-axis, where 0.5 will come? It will come between 0.4 and 0.6, midpoint between 0.4 and 0.6, that is 0.5. Then for the 0.5 ampere current, what is the corresponding V value? From here you plot a straight line. It will come between 1 and 1.5. Midpoint between 1 and 1.5, that means 1.25 is the potential difference. When current is 0.5 ampere, the corresponding potential difference is 1.25 volt. Again one more, find out I when V is 0.75. Reverse. In first question I value was given and corresponding V you found out. Now V is given. V is given as 0.75. 0.75 means it is the midpoint between 0.5 and 1. Between these two, the midpoint will be 0.75. For 0.75 volt, what is the corresponding I value? Draw a straight line. It will come the midpoint between 0.4 and 0.2, that means 0.3 ampere. So when V is 0.75 ampere, corresponding I is 0.3 ampere, and when I is 0.5 ampere, corresponding V value is 1.25 ampere. Like this you can find out V values and I values for corresponding values. So these are some numericals from the topic Ohm's law. Now we will discuss some numericals from the topic specific resistance or resistivity. What is the meaning of specific resistance or resistivity? That was discussed in the last video. It is the resistance of unit length and unit area of cross section of a material. Consider a metallic or a conductor having or resistor having unit length 1 meter length and area of cross section 1 meter square. How much resistance that much material provides, that is known as specific resistance or resistivity, and the formula to find out specific resistance is rho is equal to RA by L. Rho means specific resistance, R means resistance, A area of cross section, and L is length. So now we will discuss some numericals connected with specific resistance. Listen, question from page number 170, question number 4, example 4. Calculate the length of a resistance wire of radius 1 millimeter and resistance 5.5 ohm. A wire of resistance 5.5 ohm. Resistance of the wire is given and also radius. This radius is given as 1 millimeter. And you are asked to find out what is the length of this wire and its specific resistance. Specific resistance or resistivity of this material is given as 1.72 into 10 to the power minus 8 ohm meter. That is the specific resistance value. How will you find out length of this wire? Use the formula rho is equal to RA by L. Rho is given here, R is given, L you have to find out. A means area of cross section. How will you find out area of cross section? This circular area we call as area of cross section of the wire. It is in circular shape. So formula to find out area of cross section is A is equal to pi r square. Since it is in circular shape, area of cross section can be found out by the formula pi r square. In some numericals you will see diameter is given. So in that case the formula will be, in the place of r, radius you know it is half of diameter. So in the place of r you have to write d by 2. That means formula will be pi d square by 4. If diameter is given, formula to find out area of cross section is pi d square by 4. If radius is given, it is pi r square. In this question, radius is given, so you will use the formula pi r square. See, these numbers are given in SI system, so this radius also must be converted to SI system. So 1 millimeter means 1 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter. Millimeter you can convert into meter by dividing with 1000 or multiplying with the 10 to the power minus 3. So this is the radius. So area of cross section pi into r square. Now what is the formula for length? Rearrange this formula. L is equal to RA by rho. By rearranging this formula, L we will get as RA by rho. Now substitute the values. R is 5.5. A is pi. Pi means 3.14 into r square. That means 1 into 10 to the power minus 3 square upon rho value is 1.72 into 10 to the power minus 8. When you do this calculation, you will get the length in meter unit. I skip the calculation to save the time. Method you might have understood. So this is the way to find out length of the wire. Now page number 170, example 5. It is an irrelevant question. You may avoid it. Instead I will explain some more numericals from page number 171. Look at the first question, page number 171. A metallic wire is stretched 3 times to its length. What will happen to its resistance? Stretching a wire so that its length becomes 3 times. Then what change will come in the resistance? This is the original wire. Its length, area of cross section, resistance, nothing is given. Simply it is given a wire, you are stretching the wire so that its length has become 3 times. You know, when length increases, thickness will be going on decreasing proportionally. So this is the initial case, first case. Length we will take as L and area of cross section we will take as A and resistance we will take as R1. Now, after stretching, the second case, length becomes thrice, means the wire, its length becomes 3L. L was the initial length, the wire is stretched so that its length becomes thrice, means length is 3L now. Same wire it is, materially same, just we are stretching it. So length became 3L. Initial length was L, now it is 3L. What might have happened to the area of cross section or thickness? If length becomes thrice, area of cross section reduces to 1/3. Means after stretching, area of cross section of the wire is A by 3. Initial area of cross section was taken as A. Now area of cross section is A by 3. Now, you know, length changed, thickness changed. So surely resistance will change. Let the new resistance be R2. And you are asked to find out the relation between R1 and R2. Means resistance of this new wire or resistance of the wire after stretching. You are supposed to compare with the initial resistance. How will you proceed? Length is different, area of cross section is different, resistance is different. Still, its specific resistance remains constant. I told already, specific resistance of a material remains constant. So, for both the wires, rho value will be same. Specific resistance or resistivity is same. So, make a formula for rho of both the wires. What is the formula for rho or specific resistance? That is RA by L. So, here R is R1 into A by L. So, this is the formula for specific resistance of the first wire. Then, make a formula for specific resistance of second wire. Same application, R. Here R is R2 into A. What is area of cross section here? It is A by 3. Upon L. L means 3L. So this is the specific resistance of second wire. By applying this formula in both the cases, make the formula for rho or specific resistance. This is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Since both are representing rho, we can equalize it. These two are equal because left hand side is same. So you can write as R1A upon L is equal to R2A upon 9L. Cancel the similar terms on both sides. A and A cancelled, L and L cancelled, R2. We are supposed to find out this R2. R2 is equal to cross multiply 9 R1. That means what was the resistance initially? R1. It is 9 times will be the resistance of this wire. That means if this wire was of 10 ohm resistance, this wire will be of 90 ohm. 9 times the resistance increases. You may get similar type of questions like a wire is stretched so that its length has become doubled. Length has become doubled means if initial length is taken as L, After stretching, it must be taken as 2L. Area of cross section, if it is taken initially as A, here it must be taken A by 2. Then proceed the same pattern. Make the formula for rho for both the wires, equalize it, then you can compare the resistances. Okay. Suppose it is given a wire is stretched so that its length has become 4 times. So here instead of means you have to take the length after stretching as 4L. Initial length L, here 4L, here A, area of cross section, here A by 4. So remember the point, when length becomes double, area of cross section becomes half. Now listen another numerical from page number 172. Page number 172, question number 11. A wire of 90 ohm resistance and 30 centimeter length is tripled on itself. What is the new resistance? A wire of 30 centimeter length. Length is given 30 centimeter and its resistance is given 90 ohm. Length and resistance are given and this wire is tripled on itself. What is the meaning of tripled on itself? Suppose this is the wire. Look at. Imagine this is the wire. Okay, of 30 centimeter length. Tripled on itself means you are folding in this way. Again, once again. So this is called tripled on itself. You know, after that the thickness increases, length reduces. So that is the meaning of tripled on itself. Okay, like fold it once and once again. So the 3 pieces must be of same length. In that way you have to fold. Okay, or sometimes in numerical you may see a wire is doubled on itself. Doubled on itself means folding in this way. This is called doubled on itself. So be clear about the meaning of the word. So here the wire is doubled on its, tripled on itself. Tripled on itself means what will be the length and thickness. Suppose area of cross section here is A. After folding it, length becomes 1/3. If 30 centimeter was the initial length, after tripled on itself, length becomes 10 centimeter. And area of cross section, if it was A, now it is 3A. And you are asked to find out what is the resistance of the wire now. A wire is tripled on itself. Its resistance was 90 ohm. Now, what is the new resistance? Same concept as earlier. Rho is equal. Since material is same, rho is same for both the pieces. So make a formula for rho of the first wire, RA by L. Formula for rho is RA by L. R is 90 into A by L is 0.3 meter. 30 centimeter means 0.3 meter. So this is the formula for rho of the first wire. Similarly, rho of the second wire, R, this resistance is unknown. A is 3A upon L is 0.1 meter. Then you can equalize these two because both gives the same value, that is the resistivity of this material. So you will write as 90 into A upon 0.3 is equal to R into 3A by 0.1. Cancel the similar terms. You will get R is equal to, cross multiply, 90 into 0.1 upon 0.3 into 3. resistance of this wire has come as 10 ohm. The wire, after tripling on itself, its resistance changes from 90 to 10. It reduces to 1/9. Listen to another numerical from page number 172. Question number 6. A copper wire of resistance 5 ohm is stretched to reduce its diameter to half of its initial value. Calculate the new resistance. A wire of 5 ohm resistance. Its length is not given, area of cross section is not given, so we will take length as A, and area of cross section is also unknown, and this diameter of the, here it is mentioned about diameter. You are stretching this wire so that diameter becomes half. Let us take this diameter, initial diameter, as D. Initial diameter of the wire is taken as D, and length unknown L. Only resistance we know, that is 5 ohm. And this wire is stretched so that its diameter becomes half of initial value. In previous questions it was given thickness becomes, or area of cross section reduces, like that. But here it is given diameter, this wire you are stretching so that diameter becomes half. This diameter has become D by 2. Initial diameter, if it is taken D, now the diameter is D by 2. Then what will be its length? You know, this wire is of same material, same wire. So mass is same, density is same. So the volume of these two wires are same. So you can equalize the volume. Volume of a cylinder is pi r square L. So volume you can equalize. From that you will come to know that when diameter becomes half, the length becomes 4 times. Mathematically you can prove it. Okay. If diameter of the wire after stretching it becomes half, means length becomes 4 times. Those who are interested, you may find out how this relation came. Final length, how it became 4 times initial length by equalizing the volume. So this is the concept. When diameter becomes half, the length should increase 4 times. Then you are asked to find out what is the resistance of this wire after stretching. What is the resistance? Same concept, rho you have to equalize. Rho of first wire is Ra by L. 5 into A is pi d square by 4. If diameter is given, area of cross section is pi d square by 4. This is specific resistance of first wire, and the specific resistance of second wire, same formula, Ra by L. R unknown. Here resistance was given. Here resistance is unknown. R into A. A means pi d square. D square, here D is D by 2 square upon 4 into R A by L. Here L was not written. Specific resistance of this wire is R into A. Pi d square by is A upon L. Here R, A is pi d square, means here diameter is D by 2. So D by 2 square by 4 into length. Length is 4L. These two you can equalize. Since it gives the specific resistance of same material, you can equalize. 5 into pi d square by 4L is equal to R into pi D by 2 square is D square by 4. D by 2 whole square is D square by 4. Again 1 4 here. Then 4L. Then cancel the similar terms. Pi D square gets cancelled. L gets cancelled. So what is R? 1 4 also you can cancel. So R is equal to 5 into 4 into 4. That is 80 ohm. Resistance of this wire is 80 ohm.